Hello there, everyone, and thank you so much for coming back. So, I can't wait to take you on a tour of this beautiful house. But before we do, there's a short story that I'd like for you to watch and listen to. It's about a little boy and his very last Christmas wish, and about this beautiful family who lives in this home. As soon as the story is over, we'll come back and take a tour together. Enjoy the story, and I'll see you in a minute. Margaret had been getting on in years, and she hadn't been feeling well for several years and was getting very ill. She spent most of her time in bed, but when she could get out of bed, she took advantage of it. She had an older home, and she asked her son and daughter-in-law and grandson to move into the home and make it their own because when she passed on, she wanted them to have it. So here you see Haley, the daughter-in-law. She takes very good care of Margaret, making sure she gets all of her medication. The problem is they have a son named William, the grandson of Margaret, who doesn't know that his grandmother is dying. And Haley really believes that they should be telling him that he's going to be losing his grandmother very soon because his grandmother is his favorite person. And Haley doesn't want it to be such a shock. Margaret had overheard them talking and decided to take it upon herself to tell William that she was going to be going to heaven soon, even though it was close to Christmas. William was very upset. He didn't understand why Grandma had to go away. He also took to bringing his toys into her room and just staying by her bedside almost all of the time, unless he was eating or sleeping. He would just sit there and play while she was in bed because he was afraid she was going to leave. They had always told William that he could have a Christmas wish every Christmas, kind of like a birthday wish. So William told his parents that his wish this year was that he would give all of his Christmas wishes forever for just one more Christmas day with Grandma. He even snuck across the street to the big Christmas tree to make that wish. He knew he wasn't supposed to be outside alone, and when his mother noticed him gone, she became frantic. He had already gone back into the house, but of course she comes running out looking for him, so scared because she thought he was across the street alone. When she realized he had already come back inside, instead of being angry with him, she asked him what he had done. And when he told her he went to the big Christmas tree to give away all of his wishes for the rest of his life just for one more Christmas with Grandma, her heart just melted. Soon it was Christmas Day, and there they were at the table having their Christmas dinner without Grandma, who was up in bed, or so they thought. Grandma somehow had gotten up, gotten dressed, and was downstairs playing her harp. They thought they were hearing harp music, but they thought it was on the radio. When Grandma noticed they hadn't come to find her, she came in and grabbed up William and spent the rest of Christmas Day with him, opening presents and playing with him just as he had wished. And only a few days later, Grandma passed away. She went to sleep. William was so upset. They took her ashes and scattered them in the garden as she had wished, the garden that she used to sit in almost every day. But William looked over, and he could still see in his mind Grandma sitting on her bench. He knew she wasn't really there, but he liked to think she was, sitting there watching over them. And even as young as he was then, and even when he got older, he stood at her harp day after day, just being grateful that his very last Christmas wish came true. So I hope you enjoyed the story of the family who lives in this house, and now we'll take a tour of it. This is the exterior of it here. I haven't used this exterior in a very, very long time, but I thought it really suited this house. And as you can see, I've left the very back portion of the exterior the same, but I've just changed the part near the house here to put a swing set in and a snowman there for Mr. William. So that's the backyard as it is now. And then we'll come around the side. And I love these windows, but I don't know if you guys are having the same issue as I am. If you do anything to the house, they close, the curtains do, or if you leave and come back, the curtains are closed. I just think that's really strange. So if you are having that issue, please leave it in the comments and let me know I'm not alone here. But this is what the front of the house looks like, and as you enter the gates, this is what the walkway looks like, and then you come into the house, and a lot of it you saw during the story, but you come into the entryway here, and you can kind of see, as I had in the story, a lot of the grandmother's items in here, kind of mixed with the son and daughter-in-law's items. And that was the goal for this house, because remember, she had them move into her home and wanted them to have it after she passed away. So after they had moved in, of course, they had brought some of their not really modern items, but more updated items kind of mixed in with hers. So that's the kind of look that I was going for here. This is the large L-shaped living room. I've used that front bay window area as the Christmas tree area, but when it's not decorated for Christmas, it would just be a little reading nook. Over here is just a nice place to sit, and then we have the couch area, lots of arches, and you saw the entertainment area with the TV over here, coffee table, and fireplace as well. So that is the living room. I think it's a very nice size. I like all the colors blended together, and I think it's really awesome that we got the entertainment centers with the TV without the Christmas decorations, so we can use those year round. So let's go into the dining room. You saw a little bit of this also in the story. I didn't want to make it too large. I kind of wanted it to be cozy, and it also has one of those bay windows. I tried to use as many of those windows as I could, and you can see through to the kitchen. I put a little bar area here. So let's go in and take a look at the kitchen. So you'll notice there's a window over the kitchen sink, and I'll explain that in just a minute, even though it doesn't look outside. But you have your fridge and microwave over here, and again, that is open to this portion of the house. And then over to the right is the cooking area, where you have the large stove and the double oven. And you'll see that window right there over the kitchen sink. And the reason is I'm pretending like they added on this kind of mud porch. So I wanted it to look like that kitchen window used to look outside before they built this onto the house. So there are two doors to it. One goes into the dining area, as you saw before, and one goes into the laundry room, which would make sense since it is a mud porch. So you can either go in over there, or you can come in from the kitchen into the laundry room, as you can see here. So over here is the small laundry room, and if you wanted to recreate the build, you could take the little mirror that you'll see in the bathroom in a minute and just put a door in there and make it adjoined. So let's go back up through the front of the house, through the entryway. You'll see the stairs poking out there into this little room that we'll call the parlor. It is decorated with a little couch, a fireplace. I'm not quite sure what happened to the clock and why it got turned sideways. This lot's doing some very, very strange things, but you see the grandma's harp there. And also, besides the curtains and the clock, when I came back to film this, the double oven in the kitchen was sitting in the living room. I have no idea how that happened. But let's take a look at the downstairs bathroom. I really love the colors in here. It doesn't have a mirror there over the sink, so that's why I put the full-length mirror. But like I said, you can use that space for a door to connect it to the laundry room and pantry if you wish to. So that is the layout for the downstairs. I really like this home. And if I don't choose to keep it this style, I wanted to do it this style for the video, and I do like it. But if I ever change my mind, I think I may just do a remodel on it, and it may be a keeper. So you come upstairs to a rather large landing and hallway. You just have a decorative table there, and you also have one up front in that window. And I like to pretend that maybe this is her husband that had passed away a few years ago, and just some family pictures there. So next, I think I want to take you into this master bedroom. I think this is beautiful. This is some of that older blue striped wallpaper, and I just happened to think about how pretty it would look with that bed that has the blue pillows on it. And of course, lots of bay windows up here, a place to sit over here by the window, some blue flowers to bring the blue out of the bed, the rug, and the wallpaper. There's the armoire there. And then I chose that purple plant over there that you saw in the corner, because I wanted to bring the purple out of the bedspread. Also, you saw the keypad on the wall, and I had forgotten to include that in the story, but they installed that throughout the house as an intercom system just in case the grandmother needed help immediately. So this is the hall bath here. It comes in two parts. There is no ensuite to any of the bedrooms. This is the vanity area here. And yes, it has two toilets. I don't know why I wanted to do that, but I did. So I put them in two different rooms. I guess if you just need to run in the first part and use the restroom, you can if someone's already in the other part and taking a bath or shower. That would probably actually work out really well in real life around here anyway. So let's look at little William's room. Of course, he moved in here with his parents, and this is his new room. He has lots of toys. He loves to play ball outside, so I gave him one of those racks. I know he can't technically use it, but I thought it would be nice to pretend. He has one of those awesome bookshelves that we've had forever in the game, but I really love them for toddlers. And then in here is Margaret's room, the grandmother. And you saw a lot of this in the video, but we'll explain it a little bit further. She has her bed over there in the window, and she has a fireplace there to keep warm. There you see her keypad on the wall if she needs to call for help. She has her tablet there to keep her entertained, so that's pretty nice. And then over here near the fireplace, she has a chair to sit in to put her feet up. She has her vanity. And then over here in the corner, this used to belong to her late husband, and she always likes to keep that around her to remind her of him. So there's her TV area. She has a couch. You saw her medicine cabinet there that Haley, her daughter-in-law, uses to take care of her. And there's a door over here also near her little living area that leads into her closet. But you can see little William here, of course, while she was still alive, spending as much time with his grandma as he possibly could. So that's his grandma's room, and as I mentioned before, there's her little closet. So that is the upstairs, and we'll take a look at the overview here. This is really not a complicated layout at all. I really think this makes an excellent family home, and I think it would make a beautiful 3-story house, or you could keep it as a 2-story house and make a basement. So your choice, but I really like how the shape of it looks on the outside too. So the grid will be at the end, but let's take a look at where I've put everything. There was the entryway there. Here is the little parlor with the stairs recessed back into an L shape. Then you have the downstairs bathroom, which again could be adjoined to the laundry room. Then you have that little teeny notched out place there for the armoire to hang coats in. And then you have the living room there. And then here is the kitchen area. And it's open to the living area as well as this dining area. And then you also have that pantry and laundry area there. And that is the downstairs bath there. And of course we have that back porch area that is behind the kitchen. So that's the downstairs, and there's a better look at the backyard. And again, I didn't really bother the other portion of the backyard way back there. I thought it looked beautiful as it was. So let's come upstairs, and you come into the hallway and landing with the bay window in front. And we'll look at Margaret's room first with her bed there in the bay window. And then you have little William's room here. And then I really like this bedroom. This one's my favorite, the parents' room. And then they have a small closet over here. And then you have the upstairs family bathroom, which again is in 2 parts. So remember, the grid will be at the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed the story and the tour of the home and the design of it. If you did, please leave me that like or a comment. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.